Hey lovely one! Today I want to take you on a little bit of a journey, not just through stitches and yarn, but through memory and nature and a little piece of my heart. Today I'm so super thrilled to introduce you to the beautiful Lupine Forest shawl inspired by my home and Tim's home, Alaska. Danielle Chauvet designed this absolute stunner of a shawl for you, and when I learned that it was inspired by her honeymoon to Alaska, I got so excited because even though Tim and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina now, and we absolutely love it, Alaska will always feel like home. There's something so majestic and awe-inspiring about Alaska. My daddy actually moved up there, taking my mom and brother and sister, and then I was born in Anchorage, so we lived in Anchorage, Eagle River, and then also Juneau, and then Fairbanks and North Pole area when I was older. So each place, although they're in Alaska, each place is very unique and different because Alaska is just so vast. I like to describe Alaska as wild and free. She will love you one minute and then leave you the next high and dry, fending for yourself. She's so fierce and so beautiful, but also unpredictable and powerful. To survive there, you really have to be sturdy, strong, and capable. So it is so amazing when you see flowers growing out in the wild. For example, the stunning lupines that you see blooming throughout the state were the inspiration for this shawl. They are so gorgeous. I also love when fireweed bloom. It's pink and purple and it blooms mid to late summer, just filling the fields with color. This beautiful shawl with all its different stitch patterns and textures and colors really reminds me of a scene that you may see when you go to Alaska. A field just full of purple flowers with a gorgeous crystalline lake reflecting the blue sky and the towering mountains. Stop right there. It is one of the most gorgeous, breathtaking sights you're ever gonna see. And if you're lucky or unlucky, depending on how you want to slice or dice it, you just might see a bear or a moose grazing out in the field. This beautiful stitch that resembles the lupines really is going to bring to mind that feeling because it looks like stems and petals reaching up for the sun. In addition to flowers, this shawl also captures the beauty of glaciers. I really love this stitch. It looks like frozen ancient rivers with all its twists and turns. I really love the laciness of this stitch. And having grown up in Juneau, we actually had glaciers all around. You could only get out of Juneau by flying out because we were surrounded by water, mountain, and glaciers. When I was little in school, we would often take field trips out onto the glaciers and we would have picnics out on the ice. And every time we fly in and we see those snow-capped peaks, it is just otherworldly. It genuinely takes your breath away. I also really love this spruce forest stripe. The stitches resemble little spruce trees with all the branches, and they really do seem to drape on each other just like the spruce trees that reach for the sky. And between each stripe, you're gonna find these little insert sections, which are like little pauses in the trail where you stop, look around, and you breathe in the stillness. To me, it really looks like all the gorgeous rivers and the waterfalls that you're gonna see in Alaska. Speaking of water, if you do ever visit Alaska, I highly recommend that you try out the natural hot spring. We used to go all the time and it was such a magical experience because we'd go when it was like 30 below zero, so it's so freezing outside. The juxtaposition of the frigid air and the super hot springs was just magical, and you actually get so hot when you're in there swimming around that you have to get out and cool off by sitting on the snowy rock. So it's definitely a bucket list item to check off. All of these different stitch patterns and colors and textures really blend and flow so beautifully together, and I hope this stunner of a shawl always reminds you to keep a sense of adventure in your heart and wonder for this beautiful planet that we live on. To make this stunning piece, we begin with a simple triangular shape, growing steadily, unfolding before you just like a trail in the wilderness. The stitch work is a gentle dance of delicate lace and soft textured lines, so when worked in this beautiful blend of linen, silk, and alpaca, it really is light as air but also full of depth and so soft and shiny and luxurious. The yarn that we use to make this shawl is our limited edition signature fingering. So this is a blend of silk and alpaca, and then it has linen running throughout that is dyed into our signature aqua blue color. So it really makes for a beautiful, elegant draping shawl. I am going to be giving away a set of this beautiful yarn today, so if you would love to win, just make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and comment below telling me something interesting about where you live. If you would love to download this pattern and get the yarn, both are available at expressionfiberarts.com, and of course while you're there, make sure that you sign up for email and for text updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. Now there are a few special stitches that you are going to need to know how to work in order to make this design, so let me go ahead and show you those. We're going to start by working a make one right. So to do that, you're going to find these little ladders between your stitches, And you're going to insert your left needle from back to front into that little ladder. So we're creating a stitch. Now we want to go ahead and work into the front of this so that it twists that, closing up the little gap. So go ahead and knit into the front of that, and you have just increased a stitch. Now we're going to work a slip, slip, knit. I feel like this is one of my favorite stitches. You slip that next stitch as if to knit, slip the next stitch as if to knit, then go ahead and insert your left needle into both of those stitches and knit them like so. So you've decreased. Next we're going to work a slip, slip, purl, which is similar. We're going to start by slipping that next stitch knitwise and slip the next stitch knitwise, and then slide both of those back onto your left needle. Now we're going to purl into the back. So go ahead and reach around the back of those stitches like so, and you're just going to purl those. Next, we're going to work an S2KPO. So we're going to actually decrease 2 stitches. So you're going to start by slipping the next 2 stitches. Let me go ahead and knit, get in a couple stitches. You're going to start by slipping the next 2 stitches together as if you were going to knit them together. So like so. Then you're going to knit the next stitch, and you're going to pass these 2 stitches here, just grab them with your left needle, pass them up and over that new stitch, and you've decreased 2 stitches. Now we're going to work an LS, which is a long stitch. We're going to start by jumping over to this second stitch here, and we're going to drop down 5 rows. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to insert your needle into that stitch. Reach behind and you're going to pull up a long loop. So go ahead and grab the yarn through there and just give it a little bit of a tug and pull up a long loop. Then you're going to go ahead and knit the next 3 stitches, 2, 3, and then you're going to insert your needle into that same space that you just created this long loop here, and you're going to create another one. So go ahead and reach in, grab the yarn, and pull up another long loop. And then you're going to continue on with the stitches that the pattern mentions. So you get this really cool look. It looks kind of like an elongated V stitch, and it makes a really beautiful texture to your pattern. Armed with those stitches, you should be all set to go ahead and tackle this shawl. It's fairly straightforward. And when you're finished, make sure that you block your shawl so that all those gorgeous stitches bloom and reach for the sun. This really is such a lovely, amazing design, and I feel like it's a beautiful piece for dreamers, for wanderers, and for those who like to keep a little bit of nature in their soul. Let it be a reminder of the beauty and the majesty that await us. Wherever you may live, wherever you may be, I hope you're able to find some time today to hop outside, soak up nature, and come on back next week for another beautiful design. I hope to see you then. Bye!